Kenny Gregg here, coming to you live on day 2 of Traffic and Conversions 2014. I want to give you an update, and I got my notepad here because I've got some pretty serious notes that I want to give you. We had some really serious nuggets that we're giving out today, and we started off this morning with Frank Kern. And those who don't know Frank, he's really considered to be what I call the grandfather of internet marketing. He's the guru. He's the guy that really kind of set the pace when it came to really doing internet marketing in our spaces and what we do. And so a couple of things that he says, your competition is making it easier than ever before. I mean, our competition is really allowing us to copy them. As with the internet, it's becoming so much easier to really just find out what they're doing and copy them and make it a little bit better and really take it gone and not even have to worry about that. And some other things that he said was we have to really create what we call, if you want to make more profit in your business, you have to create a higher intrinsic value. And it really came down to, he used the analogy of a 750iL BMW and a Rolls Royce. Now, BMW owns Rolls Royce, and that particular 750iL chassis is the same chassis that's in a Rolls Royce. A little bit different engine, and the interiors are a little bit different. But if you took the bodies off, they're exactly the same chassis. Now, what makes them worth more? It's because the Rolls-Royce has a higher intrinsic value, and that's what allows you to make more money. So you've got a $300,000 vehicle versus a $92,000 vehicle. And a couple of things that came up today is that you should make sure that the advertiser should be enough value in itself. So your advertiser should be enough value in itself, and crazy stuff. And then one of the other things he said is that we have to create what we call a global desired position. So you want to create a global desired position because you want to become an authority, a celebrity in your particular niche. You have to become that no matter what you're doing, because if you don't, then you won't be able to do it. And this is where the magic really happens. This is what it is that, what is your magic? What is your superhero identity? This is how you do that. What do you stand for, and what are you against? So when you're writing this and you're putting it out, it's centered around what you want your marketplace to see you at. So those kind of things are very important. Now, a couple other things that, let me just go through my notes here real quick and find this one. Now, the other thing that happened throughout the day, there's a few other things that I'm going to go over, but I'm going to go over those in other videos because, this was more of the internet marketing when advertising and some of the details, and I don't really want to touch on some of that stuff, but I'm mostly touching on some of the golden nuggets that kind of happened today and really stood out for me. At the end of the day today, we had a phenomenal gentleman. Before I do that, let me mention one thing. There was a gentleman up there giving some really serious nuggets in regards to how to basically get your pages to optimize. And he really went into the brain. And one of the things that stood out most of all is when you are putting your capture pages and your pages together, if you go to any single page, we have a certain focus. If you're looking in a forest, if you're looking at the, your TV, whatever, we have an immediate focus, an image, whatever that is. Our focus is going to go to that one single point. And you have to be able to have your person focus on what you want them to do. Majority of pages focus on what you don't want them to do, and that is number one reason why your pages don't convert at a very high rate. So that was very important. And then at the end of the day, we had a gentleman from Shark Tank, Mr. Wonderful, Kevin Oleary, and a couple things that really stood out that he said, and I kind of want to look. And this is something that I think all of us need to realize. We're in this business as entrepreneurs, and as entrepreneurs, money equals freedom. And if you don't think so, then you shouldn't be in this business. That's exactly, you should not be an entrepreneur, you should not be in business. If you do not believe that money is not freedom, then everything else becomes out the window. I don't care what your purposes, your passion, whatever it is, you must realize that money equals freedom, and that allows you to do whatever, anytime, anywhere, that whatever you want to do. Success and balance won't mix. And he used a quick example that he had a student that actually he was teaching and came in and was building a multi-million-dollar company and literally asked him, said, I'm having an issue. I've been dating this girl. I'm engaged. They're going to get married. And she has given me an ultimatum that says it's either her because I'm not spending any time with her, or it's my business. And he said, point blank, looked at him and said, which one is replaceable? Now, you may think differently, but what he was basically saying in this particular analogy is, if you want success and you want the money and get the freedom with it, you've got to pay the price and make sure that you are surrounded by people that are going down the same path as you and are matching your goals. Because if you don't, then you're either going to be broke the rest of your life, or you're going to have money and then you're going to be able to have the freedom that you want. And it's more important to know your weaknesses than your strengths. Okay? It is more important to know your weaknesses than your strength. Because when you know your weaknesses, you want a partner. So if you're in business, you need to have a partner that is going to help you with your weaknesses. And I have really honed in on that over the last few months, more so than ever, realizing that if I'm going to take my business to the next level in 2014, I must build my team. And that's exactly what I've done, and that's exactly one thing that you're going to want to do, is make sure you team up with people that have strength, connections, whatever the case may be, that will take you to the moon and back again and allow you to have that freedom that you so deserve, if you're willing to pay the price. And one of the other things he said is that, this is kind of on an investment standpoint, and this is coming from Kevin Oleary, in the fact that he says that you don't want to invest in anything that doesn't pay you a dividend. And when you're building your company, if you're looking for investors, you want to look at having them be a partner, be a share, whatever, giving them some way to be able to get cash in their pocket up front. They want to pay cash up front. It's all about capital preservation. And if you can do that with the people, people will follow you. You will have partnerships. You will be able to build your business to the moon and back and do whatever you want to do. And that is day 2, guys. It was phenomenal. Absolutely unbelievable. I got a lot of extra notes and a lot of other stuff that, of course, I can't put in just a few-minute video. This is Kenny Gregg signing out to you from San Diego. Peace out.